Welcome to the home of the latest royal family news. She's a noteworthy news item as the palace pushes the royal to the fore. Sophie secures a senior position. Please don't forget to hit the subscription button and the notification bell. As the palace purposefully pushes Sophie Wessex into the public spotlight, her position as the face of the royal family seems secure. A royal correspondent claims that Sophie Wessex is being certainly pushed by the palace into a senior royal position. The Countess of Wessex is getting more of a platform, according to Roya Nika, the royal editor of the Sunday Times, who spoke to True Royalty TV. Sophie's exclusion from the public glare under King Charles's reduced monarchy had been feared. Miss Nika argued that her location was secure and that in reality the Wessexes are now being thrust into the foreground. There is a lot of talk surrounding Sophie, she said. All of a sudden, we are observing the Wessexes emerge. They are receiving more of our attention. She is continuing the work she has been doing for years, which involves a lot of work with the prevention of blindness and sexual assault in conflict. She has been performing these actions for at least 10 years, the royal expert stated. She is now gaining more of a platform because there are less individuals present in the more efficient monarchy. She is positive news story for the royal family, so the palace is undoubtedly promoting it. The Countess has been traveling alone on a royal visit to Botswana, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Rwanda for the past week. Several months prior to the Queen's passing, Sophie traveled to the Democratic Republic of Congo for the first time as a member of the royal family. The Countess of Wessex spoke in Congo on the effects of sexual and gender-based violence in armed conflict, a subject dear to her heart. She also praised Malawi's achievement in eradicating the contagious illness trachoma, which is known to result in blindness while on the tour. Prior to her passing, Sophie remarked that the Queen, her loving mother-in-law, was very thrilled to learn the news. Sophie has been a long-time supporter of the International Agency for the Prevention of Blindness, having worked there for 20 years. Sophie read a book of condolences for the Queen while on the trip while she was in Ethiopia. As she perused the memorials to the late king, she showed signs of grief. Harry allegedly refused to adjust his manner for Archie and Lilibet because he wanted children to decide. The children of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have not received their HRH titles, despite the fact that the other members of the family had their names changed right once, according to the royal website. According to the royal authority Roya Nika, Prince Harry informed his father that it was not his decision to make for them when given the chance to resume the HRH titles after the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. King Charles allegedly asked his son whether he wanted the titles bestowed on his children during a meeting between the two, but the estranged royal allegedly avoided taking responsibility for the choice. This implies that Archie and Lilibet may have the option to accept or decline the titles when they are 18. However, others have hypothesized that such a luxury may be taken away before they reach that age. Archie and Lilibet, children of Harry, automatically became HRH, the Prince and Princess upon the passing of the Queen. According to the Sunday Times royal correspondent who spoke on True Royalty's The Royal Bit, they now possess that. However, their new titles have not been added to the royal website. While William and Kate's new titles were immediately adjusted, they are still Master and Miss. I believe that while Harry was over here, this was discussed between father and son. "What do you want, son?" King Charles asked. Harry responded, "Well, I want my kids to be able to choose their own titles when they reach adulthood. I'm not going to choose for them. That is only possible if we maintain the titles." Now that they have the titles, it is up to Charles to decide whether to let them keep them or send letters patent to have them taken away. There has been a great deal of conjecture about the titles that could be conferred on Archie and Lilibet, given there seem to be ongoing difficulties between the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. There has been a great deal of conjecture about the titles that could be conferred on Archie and Lilibet, given there seem to be ongoing difficulties between the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the rest of the royal family. Even before becoming king, King Charles III had mentioned cutting down the royal family. See you next time!